Hi guys. So for today's reading, we are going to be looking into dealing with some of the fears and anxieties you're having, how to deal with them, and what you should be doing in these situations. So we have 3 piles today. 1, 2, 3. Take a moment to get in touch with your intuition and your higher self and pick the pile you feel most drawn to. And if you enjoy this reading, please like, comment, share, subscribe. I would love to hear from you guys, and I love to write back to you as well. And so let's get started with pile 1. For pile 1, let's see what you guys got going on and how to deal with the fear and anxiety you have. I feel like some of you could be doing some sort of speaking in front of others, maybe reading in front of others. There could even be like an awards ceremony that maybe you're having to get up and stand in front of others, or there could be a like maybe you wrote something that they want you to read in front of others or something along those lines. There's some sort of fear of speaking in public here. It could even be like a graduation ceremony that you're having to do a speech for. We have 2009. We have this little graduation cap, and we got this heart. Friendship bracelets. Maybe some of you even made friendship bracelets for somebody and you want to give it to them, but you might be a little bit nervous about what their response will be. That could be it too. There's a need here to, if you're having some trouble with speaking in public or saying something to somebody that needs to be said, you just need to find that calm, peace center within yourself and hold on to that. Make sure that you are a good way of being able to cleanse your energy and protect your energy is when you're taking a shower, allow the water to run down you and imagine that it is taking all the negative away. All of the little pieces of the bad are rolling down your skin and off of you and down the drain. And then imagine yourself filling up with light. Pray and ask for your energy to be brought back to you, the pieces of yourself to be brought back to you, and to fill you up with hope, light, peace, love. See that growing into a big ball of light all the way around you, encompassing you, and know that you are safe and you are protected within this ball of light. And then encapsulate that or put a barrier around that of some sort. I like to use a crystal ball as the barrier around my energy, and it repels anything negative that's coming in. Try to disconnect yourself. Take a couple deep breaths. If you're just getting ready to do your speech, close your eyes and just take a couple deep breaths. Imagine that you are alone, that there's no one else around you, that you are filled with this light, you are protected. None of the negativity can get in. Know that people are going to love your speech. They're going to love what you have to say. What you have to say is going to bring a completion of some sort to something as well. We have the unicorn and we have the panther. We have the tower. We have the ace of swords and we have the 4 of cups. So you might not be understanding and realizing just what kind of gifts you have within you. When you speak your truth, it brings a lot of change. It brings a lot of transformation. It really knocks down a lot of the old ways that people were thinking or viewing something and brings something new in to replace that. You are somebody very non-judgmental, very open-minded. So if you are non-judgmental and open-minded, there is no need to fear or worry about what other judgmental people might think of you, because you don't need the judgmental people around you anyway. My mom always told me that it was much better to have it, or that you were only ever really going to have a few close, true, real good friends throughout your life. You were going to have a lot of acquaintances. You were going to have a lot of people that you were going to meet or that you were going to know, but not all of them were meant to be there for your whole life. So, in knowing that, the best way to have the best people around you that you can is to express your truth, is to be honest, is to be open, is to be accepting, is to really not allow fear of not being accepted or fear of being judged to keep you from expressing what you really need to say. Because in expressing what you really need to say, then people who really appreciate and value what you have to say and who you really are, those are the people that are going to gravitate towards you instead of the ones that aren't really going to be the best people to be around you. It's time to really start to see the blessings around you and to express gratitude for the blessings around you as well. To not be afraid to tell people how you feel or what you think about things, or and to not worry about everything falling apart because you had something to say. If you have something to say, say it. Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. That is a song, but I don't know any of the rest of the lyrics, so you can look that song up. But you need to express what you need to say because it is building inside of you. And if you don't say what needs to be said here, then there might be some consequences coming in. So some sort of truth needs to be expressed, and you might be afraid to express this truth because you don't want it to tear everything apart, but everything's going to get torn apart without the truth. So it's time to express this truth and to let it out. My daughter was recently afraid, or she was kind of in this depressed, like covering up, becoming invisible energy, and she was wanting to tell this, or she was really liking this boy, and everybody made fun of her when they found out about it last year. Everybody spread it around and made fun of her. And I was like, you know what you do? You tell the boy. You tell the boy you like him. That's what you do. Because guess what? Then you know whether or not he feels the same. And if he doesn't feel the same, you want somebody who likes you around you anyway, right? So you tell him that you like him. You put it out there. You do it bravely. And then you leave it. And if he likes you too, awesome. If he doesn't, he doesn't. But now at least you know, instead of worrying about it and waiting and not really knowing what's coming and obsessing over it, getting depressed over it, or getting upset over it, or letting it kind of run your life. And she has been doing so much better ever since she opened up and said that. And he did not like her. In fact, he actually chased around some other girl and kissed her like 3 days later. But now she knows that he doesn't. And now she knows that she did what she could do. And now she could leave it and move on to the next thing because she did what needed to be done. And that's what you need to do here too. So anyway, that is pretty much what I got for you guys. And I really hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. I would love to hear what you thought about it in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you're going through in the comments below. And if there's anything else that I can say to help, I would love to do that too. And I hope you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye, guys. Pile 2. So be careful what you wish for just came into my head here. Some of you could be having some issues with feeling like the sky is falling, or like anytime anything good happens, you're waiting for the other shoe to drop. You're waiting for the bad to come because there's always bad, right? You need to stop focusing so much on the bad. Start focusing on the good. Start enjoying the good. Some of you may have a new pet or want a new pet. Some of you may be wishing for a new pet. Some of you may be scared to ask for a new pet. The worst they can say is no. And you know what? Sometimes that does happen. There are animals everywhere outside, though. Go out there with a little bit of bird seed and throw it around. Be patient. Some birds will start flocking around you. Nuts. Squirrels love nuts. I actually got to the point where there was a squirrel next to our old house who would actually take the nuts out of my hands because I was feeding him so much. Some of you might be scared of... There might be some people around you who might be into some not very good things, and some of you could be very scared about that. But you're very loyal. Make sure that if there are people doing things you don't want to do, that you aren't a part of it. Some of you could be dealing with some peer pressure, and there is nothing wrong with standing your ground and saying what you need to say when it comes to whether or not you agree with something and whether or not you feel something is right. And if people don't like it, then that's too bad. You don't need those kind of friends in your life. You don't need friends who are going to push you to do things that are not good for you. So if you're dealing with that, make sure that you are walking away from things like that. My oldest daughter, when she was younger, she had started hanging out with someone new, and they weren't allowed to hang out with their old friends anymore because their old friends were fairly abused, and their old friends were just, they were doing nasty things and they were getting blamed for it. And it's because their friends were busy not wanting to get in trouble at all ever, because they got beat when they got in trouble, and so they were lying about everything and getting them in trouble. And she met this new friend, and this new friend had convinced her, because her old friend was constantly yelling nasty things at them through the fence and stuff like that. And this old friend, they spent all their time pretty much taking care of their younger siblings, cleaning constantly. They weren't allowed out of their yard at all ever, because their parents were way overprotective, very, very helicopter parenting style. But these kids were busy being jealous of what she had going on with the new friend, and they were constantly saying nasty things to him, calling him names, stuff like that through the fence. And one day the other girl convinced her that it would be a good idea for them to throw poop at her old friend. So they picked up dog poop on a stick and flung it at her, and it hit her in the face. And me and her had a really long talk about that. And she cried and she was so upset, and she's like, I didn't even really want to do it, Mom, but I didn't know what else to do. She was wanting me to do it, and she's been being so mean to us and all kinds of other stuff. And I was like, well, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go over and you're going to apologize to her. You're going to tell her, I am so sorry for doing that to you. Could you imagine what it would be like if you were her in her shoes and somebody threw dog poop at you and hit you in the face with it? And if this used to be your old friend who was now hanging out with somebody new. And I was like, and I realized she's a couple years older than you. But that doesn't mean anything. If you don't feel like something is right, you tell her this isn't right and I'm not doing this, and you walk away. Because you don't need friends like that in your life if they're going to make you do something you don't want to do, or if they're going to be upset because you decided to say what was right. When I was younger, there was actually these girls that were wanting to make a boysenberry pie for somebody, and I ended up talking them into, instead, how about we make a friendship pie and we take it to her and see if we can make friends again. And you know what? They listened, which is crazy. You might not think that they're going to listen. You might think that they're going to turn against you. You might be very scared that they're going to turn against you, that they're not going to like what you have to say. But here's the thing. You are going to be an amazing leader if you step up and you take the responsibility to do these things in your life. We have Justice, the Five of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, Cosmic Egg, and the Nightingale. Some of you may be scared of showing your singing voice as well. It is time to end that fear, because you have an amazing voice if that's the case. You are somebody who is really meant to shed the old and form a new way of being. You are somebody who is meant to do what's right. You are somebody who is meant to face these conflicts head on with courage and bravery. You are somebody who is meant to work hard to put all the pieces together and to express yourself. You are meant to express yourself. You are meant to say what you need to say. You are meant to let the cat out of the bag. You are meant to right the wrongs that have happened here. There is some sort of wrong that has happened here, and it's time for you to step up and right the wrongs that have happened here. And when you do, you're going to notice that there's going to be a lot of good things coming in for you from the just actions that you have taken here. You might be dealing with people who spend a lot of time saying nasty things about others or lying or things like that. And it's time for you to tell them what you think of that and to walk away from those situations. To focus on working hard on your voice. It's time to work hard on your voice and on voicing what you need to express, what you need to say. And also know that a pet makes the best friend in the world as well. And you can tell your pet all of your secrets, and they aren't going to say anything about any of it to anyone. Some of you have a good pet, and some of you may be getting one, or you may be asking for one. And I feel like this pet is going to help you to be able to do what's right, because you won't feel like you'll be alone at the end of the day. You'll have something to hold close, something to snuggle, something to love, and something to love you. But at the same time, you will still have that. Doing what's right, you will have much better friends than you will if you are joining the not so good activities of others. So that's pretty much what I got for this pile, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. I would absolutely love to hear what you had to say about it, whether or not it resonated with you, what you might be going through, and I hope you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye, guys. Hello, pile 3. So for you guys, you might be having some of you might be afraid of an animal attacking you in some way. Some of you might even be afraid of a parent or something along those lines. You guys are very unique, very different, very colorful. You have a lot of beauty within you. And you may be afraid of expressing some of the more unique sides of your characteristics or your personality, because you might feel like you will be rejected by one of your parents or by somebody. Know that you have this amazing beauty within you, but everybody has thorns. And he who wants the rose must respect the thorns. If somebody wants to have your beauty around, your love around, your light around, they need to be able to respect that you have things about you that are not so amazing sometimes too. So if you have something to say that might be a little bit hurtful or painful, it's time to express it and to not worry about it, because those who love you in the right ways are going to respect you for expressing your truth. They're going to be okay with it, and they are not going to condemn you for it. There's a lot of speaking truth in this reading today. Wheel of Fortune, 3 of Swords, 7 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles, Octopus, and Zebra. So you might be feeling so attached to somebody in particular, or to some sort of situation in particular, that you are hiding who you truly are, or what you truly think, or what you truly feel, or what you have to say. You might have even lied, and you feel like it may have caused a lot of heartbreak, this lie that you told, and now it's time to express the truth if that's the case, and you're having a lot of fear about whether or not people are going to shun you or turn away from you, whether or not you're going to be alone and miserable and sad because of this. You feel like if you express your unique way of seeing things, that people might turn away, and that there may be a lot of heartbreak in store for you. But you need to start believing and seeing the beauty. There's going to be a lot of hardships, a lot of downs, a lot of ups in life. What's most important is how we react to those situations and what we do. There's going to be a shift coming in for you. I feel like a lot of you have gone through a lot of hardship, a lot of pain, a lot of lies, a lot of hurt, a lot of despair, and a lot of this has had to do with your need to hold on so tightly to the way things once were, instead of realizing that in releasing and letting go of the way that things once were, you can allow in a lot of new and a lot of good things, and a lot of good things are going to be coming in. But it takes letting go of the past. It takes letting go of what once was that was no longer working, and realizing that it had to end for a reason, but there's going to be some new good things coming in for you, for your ability to be able to let go of the past and to be able to express your own unique abilities, your own unique visions, your own unique ideas. You may even want to travel in some way, or you may want to do something new and different, or you may really have a lot of different ideas about a lot of different things in the world than those closest to you, and it's time to express those. Sometimes we can actually affect change in other people by saying what we need to say, and You really need to say what you need to say, because the unique way that you see this world is very important and valid. You have a lot of good things to offer to the table. You have a lot of amazing things to offer to the table. Stop worrying that you will have nothing if you are your true self. It is time to unmask your true self, and it is time to come out of the closet and to just be you, and to know that everybody that it matters, those who matter don't mind, and those who mind don't matter. It is time to stop worrying about the people who aren't going to love you as who you truly are, and to start realizing that the most important ones are going to love you as exactly who you are. So, revealing the things that you have kept secret, revealing some sort of heartbreak or some sort of despair or some sort of unworthiness or feelings of lack, or being able to let go of those feelings and being able to embrace a new beginning, being able to embrace this feeling of luck, this feeling of joy, this feeling of happiness is really going to help you. I feel like a lot of you may also want to explore a lot of different cultures or a lot of different ways of being than the people you are surrounded by. And if that's the case as well, then you need to let them know that sometimes things that are right for you or for them are not going to be right for you, and vice versa. That sometimes you are going to have to go down your own path, and sometimes you are going to have to come to your own conclusions. You need to research things yourself to be able to be okay with believing them. And they should be proud of you for that. And if they aren't, find the people that will be proud and supportive of you for that. So that's pretty much what I have for this pile, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. I would absolutely love to hear what you had to say about it, and I hope you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye bye, guys.